And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit!
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Gone! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first look is incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And now running right through it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
No, check. Patriot!
They run with Breida. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Green 39. Over.
Now it's Breida. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Back to throw here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They start the drive with Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep, right? And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 39 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Rosen off the play action. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Here's Rosen. This will be caught at about the 6. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Running for it, here's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. Open man, it's Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down. They'll set up to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
39! Green, 39!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rosen. Going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring... up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
And maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Cook following the penalty. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Lucky 56.
On play action, Rosen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Rosen to throw on second down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's the fullback. His first first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Forced out to his left. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Steps away to his left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hurry up, here we go. 3.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The 15 yards there on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Juszczyk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Carlson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Detroit!
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think
touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? And
they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Over! Leopard! Gone!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Shepard deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now let's go!
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Lucky 56. Gone. Detroit.
Now Rosen on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Detroit!
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Eluding the pressure right. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. They're going to look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And
because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, a 22. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Rosen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. And if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Looking to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Gone! 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 We got three, fellas. We got 3. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And that will write a finish to this ball game. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Vikings, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.